Once upon a time in the land of handsome princes, noble kings and beautiful princesses, there also lived a wicked witch, a wily wolf, and a ginormous giant. Deep in the forest was the vilest of all, a wicked witch who casts another evil spell. How does the little mouse try to help the girl? And can a comb save you from a witch? Find out in the story of wolves, witches, and giants called The Witch and the Comb. Once upon a time, a widowed man lived alone with his daughter. A happier pair you could not imagine. As they played hide and seek around the house. I'm getting old, dear daughter. I can't keep up this rough and tumble with you much longer. I've decided to bring in a housekeeper. And what a cruel housekeeper she turned out to be. The happy days with her father were a thing of the past, as the little girl was blamed for everything. Worst of all, the father believed the new housekeeper and so said nothing when the child was shut out of the house with a crust of bread and a saxophone. She slipped away to the little woodshed, where she wet her dry bread with tears. "Don't be so unhappy," said a voice. It was a little mouse. The girl, forgetting her own troubles, threw the mouse a scrap of bread. "Oh, thank you," said the mouse. "As you have been so kind, I will give you a word of warning. Beware of the housekeeper if she asks you to run an errand to her sister, because she is a witch and will eat you up." The girl thanked the mouse, and soon enough the housekeeper called her inside to clean up and tidy the house. "Child, you are to go and visit my dear sister and collect some items for me. Here is a list." The housekeeper told the girl how to find her sister and gave her a little food wrapped up in a cloth bag. As she left, the little girl went into the woodshed and found the mouse. "Will you come with me, mouse?" she said. "You can ride in my food bag." Off they went toward the witch's cottage. As they approached, the mouse called out from the bag, "You can drop me off here. This is far enough for me." The mouse advised her to pick up anything useful on the rest of her journey, like gold bars, and pop it in the bag. Following the mouse's advice, she soon picked up a comb, a few scraps of meat, then a loaf of bread, and finally a little bottle of olive oil. She put everything in her cloth bag and soon arrived at the witch's cottage, through the squeaky gate, past the chained dog, and knocked on the door.
"So, my sister has sent you for a few things, eh? Well, give me the list, and while I'm busy, you can get on with some spinning."
But instead of going to look for the things on the list, the witch went to the kitchen and stoked the fire beneath a huge boiling pot. Soon that stupid child will be cooking for my supper. Meanwhile, the girl was watching a thin black cat waiting by a mouse hole. I haven't eaten for days, complained the cat. Well, luckily, I found some scraps of meat along the way. Would you like them? Oh, yes, please. Can you help me escape? The cat agreed, as the little girl had been so kind, and took over the spinning for her as she crept out to the witch's cottage. Are you still spinning? Oh, I am, said the cat as the wheel clattered around. The little girl wanted to cross the witch's garden, but barring her way was the fierce dog. The girl took the loaf from her bag and threw it towards the dog. All these years, the witch has never fed me properly, but you have given me a loaf. I'll let you go past. The little girl made her way down the path to the gate with the squeaky hinges. She reached into her bag for the bottle of oil and poured some on the hinges. All these years, the witch has opened and shut me, but never once has she given me a drop of oil. I will open silently and let you through. Meanwhile, the witch called out again from the kitchen. Are you still spinning? Oh, I am. Wicked girl! Screamed the witch as she dashed through the front door, past the fierce dog, through the gate, and chased the little girl as fast as her spindly witch legs would take her. The little girl ran across a meadow where cows were grazing. As the witch caught up with her, she threw down the cloth she had used as a bag. The cloth grew bigger and wetter and turned into a river between her and the witch. Drink it up, she screamed at the kettle. Faster, faster. The little girl managed to stay ahead, but not for long. The witch gained on her at every step, and the girl almost gave up hope when she remembered the comb. She threw it down, whereupon the teeth sprouted up like a forest. Thicker and thicker it grew until the witch was completely trapped in the branches and could not escape. When she saw her father, she told him how wicked the housekeeper had been and how the sister was a witch. The father threw the housekeeper out, and for the rest of his days lived happily with his daughter.
There's more wolves and more witches and more giants here next.